half of the Bear Chill Afternoon News on this Sunday afternoon, August 30th, 2015. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Your afternoon news headlines are at 12:11 p.m. here on this Sunday afternoon. Here on our top story at 12:11 p.m. here is Oliver Sacks, the neurologist who studied the intricacies of the brain and wrote eloquently about them in books such as Awakenings. The man who mistook his wife for a hat died on Sunday at the age of 82, his personal assistant said. In Washington, it's not just the southern border. Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker says it's legitimate to discuss building a wall separating the United States from Canada as well. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders said today that he does not know whether new poll numbers put him within 7 percentage points of Hillary Clinton in Iowa, meaning her campaign for the Democratic presidential nomination is in trouble. On Friday night, a sheriff's deputy in Texas was fatally shot at a gas station and would be described as an unprovoked execution-style killing of a police officer. Washington. Bernie Sanders says he favors gun control measures just as strongly as his Democratic presidential rivals, touting his rural state roots as key to his chances of enacting a real constructive legislation. A 60-year-old Georgia man died at Atlanta hospital after a horrifying fall from Turner Field's upper deck Saturday night in Atlanta, becoming the first fan to die at a ballpark since 2008 and offered another sobering reminder about fan safety at Turner Park as he becomes the third fan to die at Turner Field. Mahathir Mohamad, Malaysia's influential ex-prime minister, has called for a people's power movement to intensify the efforts of a free. Mahathir Mohamad, Malaysia's influential ex-prime minister, has called for a people's power movement to intense successor. Vienna. Forensic examiners have performed autopsies on 16 of the 71 bodies of the refugees found dead in
the random refrigeration lorry of an Austrian highway and presumed the suffocated Austrian police said on Sunday. Jerusalem. Images of an armed Israeli soldier tried to arrest an 11-year-old Palestinian boy with a broken arm in the West Bank went viral on social media over the weekend. Britain's ambassador to Egypt has been summoned to the country's foreign ministry over his unacceptable interference upon the trial of 3 Al Jazeera journalists. A San Diego County beach is open again after being shut when a shark was circling kayakers. A 1.5-mile stretch of the beach from La Jolla Cove to Scripps Pier reopened at 7 a.m. Hurricane International intensified to a major Category 4 hurricane as it blew across the Pacific on a route likely to bypass Hawaii on Monday. As we take a look at what is going on with Ignacio. Meanwhile, other news here. A surfer in California narrowly escaped a shark attack unscathed, but the same can't be said for her surfboard. Eleanor Dempsey's board was bitten off by a shark at Morris Stand State Beach, just north of Bora Bay, about 10 a.m. Gold prices plummeted again this week, closing at $1,133.6 an ounce, down 2.3%. Data on Thursday showed the U.S. recorded a robust 3.7% growth in GDP in the second quarter, higher than an estimate of 2.3%. The turmoil in China has intensified the debate within the divided Federal Reserve over whether the inflation outlook will be strong enough to justify higher interest rates as soon as next month, as policymakers around the world struggle to get grips. In Salt Lake City, Utah, a small Utah town outside Zion National Park has repealed a ban on chain restaurants, clearing the way for one of the country's biggest fast food chains to open amid Springdale's mom-and-pop restaurants. Italian energy company Eni said Sunday they found a gas field off Egypt that could be the largest ever discovered in the Mediterranean and one of the biggest in the world. An airplane flies in front of a full moon on July 31st, 2015 as a supermoon. Dr. James Thomas named the coral reef Latoni after composer and singer Elton John. Scientists have spotted 2 central black holes raging and skidding around each other in a Markarian 231, the nearest galaxy to Earth that hosts a quasar. Most of the people interested in science looked to the most recent studies for the latest updates in our ongoing quest for understanding more. We all know that the cases of congenital twins are getting way too common these days. Just yesterday, a woman Now, a mother named Amber McCullough gave birth to 2 beautiful girls, but the only problem in the delivery was that the twins were conjoined. Depressed people who display risky behavior, agitation, and impulsivity are at least 50% more likely to attempt suicide, a study has found. Let's take a look at New England installers here at 12:16. Nope. Alright, let's move on to sports weather. The Boston Red Sox will square off against the New York Mets at Citi Field at 1 o'clock. As the Boston Red Sox will try to sweep the Mets out of Citi Field here. Green Bay Packers star wide receiver Randall Cobb left Saturday's game against the Philadelphia Eagles with a shoulder injury per the team. There's no question that the most talked about topic headed in the U.S. Open is Serena Williams' Grand Slam bid. Even if she does dominate the conversation, a certain Big Four men's tennis will provide plenty to discuss too, as usual. The latest on the Barclays in New Jersey. Jason Day has been holding off his bulky back. Sang Moon Bay has been holding off Korean officials who want him to return home to fulfill a military service obligation. Peter Channel News Time, 12:17 here on this Sunday afternoon here, and it is time now for a weather report here. Nope, it's time now for a travel report here. Starting off out and right down here, where Route 4 on the southbound side, it is slow from Route 102 in Exeter all the way up to North Kingstown here. Route 195 on the eastbound side, it is slow from 103 in Somerset to Route 118 in Swansea here. Route 6 on the westbound side, it is slow from Barnesville all the way after the Sagamore Bridge. Route 20 on the northbound side, slow before the Bourne Rotary here. 495 on the northbound side, slow for the Middleborough Stretch. 495 on the northbound side, it's slow around Route 28 in Middleburg on the northbound side of 495 here. Route 3 on the southbound side, so for Route 18 in Weymouth to Derby Street in Hingham. Route 3 on the northbound side, it is slow from Route 53 in Hanover to Derby Street in Hingham here. 120 on the southbound side, so from Route 24 in Randolph to Route 28 due to an accident on 120 on the southbound side after Route 28 in Randolph here. Southeast Expressway on the southbound side, it is slow from Milton all the way up to the Braintree split. Southeast Expressway on the northbound side, it is slow from Dorchester all the way up to downtown Boston. They're doing an accident on the Southeast Expressway on the northbound side before the Mass Pike here. Mass Pike on the north. Tim Hilton on the northbound side, a little slow from the Pike all the way up to the Zakin Bridge here. 93 on the southbound side, slow from Somerville all the way up to the Zakin Bridge. Mass Pike on the eastbound side, slow around the Austin Bratton tolls here. 495 on the southbound side, is slow from Hudson to Route 290 Marlborough here. Mass Pike on the eastbound side, it's slow after I-84 in Sturbridge at Charlton. Mass Pike on the westbound side, it's slow from Route 146 in Auburn all the way up to I-84 in Sturbridge here. 146 on the southbound side, get an accident after the Mass Pike, so expect some delays here. Mass Pike on the westbound, get an accident after 290 in Auburn, so expect some delays here. 120 on the southbound side, it's slow from Route 1 in Peabody all the way out to Route 93 in Reading here. 93 on the northbound side, so from 20 to Reading all the way out to exit 37C here. 495 on the southbound side, so for the Westford stretch. Due to an accident, 495 southbound in Westford here. Up in New Hampshire, 93 on the southbound side, so before Route 393 in Concord, New Hampshire. 93 south, so after Route 393 in Concord, New Hampshire here. Main turnpike on the southbound side, so from York to Kittery here. 95 on the southbound side, so from Scottsdale River Bridge to the Spalding Turnpike in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and then hit brakes again. 95 on the southbound side around the Hampton Tolls here. Up in Maine here. Main turnpike is also after Route 202 in Gray Interchange here. Otherwise, a smooth sailing commute here on this Sunday afternoon around the highways and byways in New England here. And take a look at what is going on in the T here. Green Line, T branch experiencing moderate westbound delays here. SL5 Silver Line experiencing moderate delays due to traffic on the SL5 route here. Commuter Rail, Framingham West Line train 2504, 10:50 a.m. from Worcester delayed to 10 to 15 minutes today due to track work. And on the ferries are looking good. Peter Channel News Time is 12:21 here on this Sunday afternoon here. It's time now for a weather report here. And this is the latest on Tropical Storm Fred. General location 13.4 to the north, 19.9 in the west. Maximum sustained winds 50 miles an hour. Movement northwest around 12 miles an hour air. And the latest on Ignacio here. Category 4 storm with 18.3 to the north, 148.4 to the west. Here, max sustained winds 140 miles an hour air, and movement northwest around 9 miles an hour air. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For this afternoon, a slight chance of showers after 1 p.m. Park sun skies, how about 86 degrees, west from about 8 miles an hour. Chance is 20%. Tonight, Petrog after 5 a.m. wise, most skies got a little about 66 degrees, southwest from about 3 to 6 miles an hour air. Monday, Petrog for 8 a.m. wise, most skies, how about 89 degrees, west from about 5 to 10 miles an hour, where Cusco is 20 miles an hour air. Monday night, most of Cusco about 66 degrees, west from about 3 to 6 miles an hour air. Tuesday, sun skies, how about 83 degrees, and light variable wind becoming northeast around 6 miles per hour in the morning here. Tuesday night, most of Cusco about 62 degrees. Wednesday, sunny, most of Cusco, how about 90, about 67 degrees. Thursday, sunny to Park skies, how about 91, about 67 degrees. Friday, most sunny Park skies, how about 84, about 63 degrees. And for Saturday, most sun skies, how about 84 degrees. Night temperature at 12:22 p.m. 84 degrees fair skies. Sharon has got 86 with fair skies. Foxborough and Mansfield got 88 degrees with fair skies. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel afternoon news on this Sunday afternoon, August 30th, 2015. I'm Pierce. You have a good afternoon, good attitude. I'll be looking forward to see you for an evening report right after the sports roundup here. Have a good afternoon here.